Okay.
Ready to roll.
Yeah.
We are good. All right, good evening. Welcome to the Monday, January 26th Swisher Council meeting. We'll call the meeting to order at 6:31 PM. Do a roll call for who's here. Enoch,
Here.
Klein,
Here.
Ornament,
Here.
Pujol,
Here.
and Stagg. Here. Excellent.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome. All right. So we'll move on to approval of the agenda. Have a motion.
Motion to approve agenda. Second.
Okay, do a roll call vote. Klein,
Yay.
Stagg,
Aye.
Pujol, Ornament,
Aye.
and Enoch.
Aye.
Excellent. All right, so the agenda is approved, and we're going to move on to approval of the consent agenda. Have a motion for that.
Motion to approve consent agenda. Second.
All right, roll call vote. Enoch,
Aye.
Stagg,
Aye.
Klein.
Aye.
Ornament,
Aye.
and Pujol.
Aye.
All right. Doesn't look like we have anybody online, for public comment. Anything from council or anybody else that's not on the agenda, from a comment perspective? All right. We're 2/3 of the way through, all right. Moving on to the business agenda. Item 1 is to review the ordinance change for building with no siding or broken windows, which would be, I think chapter 50 and 51, right, in our code. And we had an email from, Lynch Dallas,
Yes,
right?
yes, and then the code I
Some
sent you.
recommendations,
Yeah,
yeah.
the code I sent you has highlighted the changes and combining of the codes. So this is what our ordinance would read now.
So we're just reviewing it, discussing, then it'll be on the next agenda
Yeah.
for approval, for vote and approval, okay.
Yes,
Highlighted ones in yellow and green are added.
added or changed, yeah.
Okay.
And then I believe we're making 50 and 51 together, correct?
Yeah, so it'll all
that's
be
part
in
of
one
the
code.
ordinance and code, yeah.
The walls, fences and hedges is something that was in other towns' codes that he said would be good to add now, since we're changing it.
I believe the language that was used and some of the verbiage was pulled out of other like municipalities and per the state of Iowa code as well, from what I recall.
Good name.
Any concerns on like simplifying it from anybody? As far
On number
as,
16, on the 16, the inadequate maintenance, was anything added to that, or is that just, what was it? What's the change? Is there any change in that, or what's?
Yes. That's where the deteriorated or ineffective waterproofing,
Mhm.
unsound defective roofs, roof drains, gutters, downspouts and poor repair.
B was added too?
All that whole,
No,
most of that is new.
yeah, but we had stuff for A.
We did.
B, C. A, B, and
But-
C were in previous codes. somehow.
They were, but it was only for structures that were livable structures. Now it's general principal or accessory buildings or structures.
I do like how he talked about not putting the 6 months on there
Mhm.
because there is.
Agreed.
In this, he mentioned in his, with the grass, I like his way of doing it instead. Like I think he had mentioned Cedar Rapids does, instead of having to go certified mail, we just
Mhm.
publish, this is the ordinance. We leave a door hanger, if they don't appease it, then we mow it
Yeah.
and just send them a bill.
Mhm.
Was that on only the grass and tall grass, the grass and weeds, or was that for the entire code?
No, just the weeds, grass.
Okay.
weeds. That's what I was trying to find it in the code, make sure.
Yeah, I looked at it.
Does any of this stuff, apply to the fringe area or just the, is it just
This
the,
is just in town.
just city limits? Okay.
Because
Yeah, we can't,
Yeah, just,
can't apply this to outside of the town limits.
How does it
That's
work?
county.
How does it work now if you guys know, like, say like a new development would be, like, say if I was putting up a new development or not, so don't get any. But, say there was like, I was putting up 10 houses up there and it took me 3 to 5 years to get them 10 houses. What about all the land that's for, does that need to be kept mowed and cleaned up and everything?
If it's in city limits, yes.
So like all this
Yeah,
stuff up here needs to be getting mowed, then it's not sold, right? Them lots?
Yes.
Okay.
that's a good question. If it
Because that's
would
what I've
be,
been asked about 3 different times about, I mean, how long are them neighbors, how long are they gonna have to sit up there and look at grass that sits high outside of them, just because there's not a lot there, not somebody building on
Sure,
there.
anybody that buys a house up there doesn't want to sit there and.
So that's where I'm coming from.
Yes, that's the same, like if you're going up Swisher View, fishers have to maintain that ditch. My father-in-law has to maintain the ditch along the blacktop there.
Yeah. So it needs to be being mowed then.
Yes.
Good.
It's in city limits.
Perfect.
But in the code book? Why can't I find it? Or actually, I think grass is a separate code, isn't it?
yeah,
It
it's
is.
not
It's a separate
5008. Yeah.
That's. So I think maybe, I'm fine with the ordinance as presented. But I'd also like to go back to Lynch Dallas, and I think he said to, prepare a similar ordinance on grass and weeds.
yes, okay.
So we don't have a copy of that yet.
No,
Right, yeah.
but I just think that would be, a lot cleaner for you too.
Mhm. Yeah, I like this. It more easily lays out exactly what needs to happen, the steps that need to happen, where ours is kind of vague right now, so
Does it give them a certain amount of days to get it mowed?
No,
it will,
oh, to mow?
You know,
I don't know, we haven't seen that one presented by him.
yeah,
I think he talks about that they give,
Mhm. That was like,
he doesn't give.
it's a
time
discretion.
But yeah, I would say probably give him a week, leave a hanger and then mow it,
Say,
just like a bill. Cause after you leave the hanger, the city's free to go in there, mow it and send
Mhm.
invoice.
Okay, so, okay with me reaching out to Lynch Dallas about the,
Yeah.
grass?
Yes.
man,
And make sure it specifically has new development language. Okay,
Who is who's gonna be like in charge of making sure all this is getting done? Like, so say like, just saying somebody's got a house that's got busted up windows and everything else, whose responsibility is it to?
Citizens.
So
everyone's really,
unless the citizens comes to us with.
anybody,
it-
anybody in town could file.
anybody, and it's a city employees and city council's job to,
Enforce code.
Yeah,
But if somebody doesn't come up and complain about it, do we still enforce it?
we
If
could,
you notice it, yes, you're supposed to
you-
report it
yeah,
to me.
we could. We
Trust
could
me,
do
I
that.
filed many.
But I'm just saying, if a citizen doesn't come to us, we can do it
Yeah.
ourselves.
Mhm.
and it's the city employees' responsibility as well. If we see something, we are supposed to say
Yes.
something. And that goes for permits and everything too.
Anything in violation, it is our
Mhm.
duty to actually report that over anyone.
So nothing got done on the ones that you did just because we never had anything in it?
No.
No, one of them was abated.
Yeah.
Or actually two of them, one was abated. The one we dismissed,
Yeah,
and I'd have to look at
I forgot what.
one of them, our code didn't, have language in it,
Yeah.
and now it does.
Yeah.
If we adopt this, and those were the only two, right?
Since you've been here.
Yeah,
With Shelley, I had a couple.
yeah. So now there is one that, can be filed with the new code. So,
Okay.
So got any further discussion on reviewing that and next steps? Okay, you're good with what we need?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. All right. If nothing further on reviewing the ordinance, we'll move on to, resolution 01-2026. Approval of change order number 4 for the 2025 sanitary sewer project.
Motion to approve change order or resolution 01/2026.
Second.
You saved money.
no,
Yeah.
We got several of these in here tonight. So do a roll call vote.
Nice.
who was the
Almost
second?
2 years we saved.
Mike was the second.
Right here.
Okay,
Roll call vote, Enoch,
Aye.
Klein,
Aye.
Pujol.
Aye.
Warnemont,
Aye.
and Stagg.
Aye.
All right.
wonderful.
Resolution 02-2026, transferring, $23,746 from lost to general for the siren, which I believe was a reconciliation. Is that correct?
Yeah, so we've already paid this bill, but the transfers out of our local option sales tax weren't made at the beginning of the fiscal year. So as we get the bills for the things we budgeted for, we'll need to make those transfers. So that's just doing this.
Motion, we approve resolution 02-2026.
Second.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Roll call vote, Pujol.
Aye.
Klein.
Aye.
Stagg,
Aye.
Enoch,
Aye.
and Warnemont.
What did we previously budget for that?
40,000. So we have it, on this one, it worked really well because that money's still just in lost. And so it can still be used for other things.
Excellent. Moving down to resolution 03-2026, adoption of city employee clothing allowance policy. This is, it's a one more recap of what we've been discussing and, getting in front of us to put into policy. So,
Yes.
I got a question on some of the wording on it, before we get into it.
yeah, sure.
Down here, down below where it says now therefore be resolved. The city of Swisher is authorized to provide clothing and stuff. And it said, it says, but no less than the following.
Mhm.
Okay. That tells me that you've, haven't put a limit on the upper amount. All you do is put a limit on the lower amount.
Yes, so at the
But-
last meeting, we talked about that because if one shirt gets destroyed because they change an oil in something and it gets covered or something,
Mhm.
we want to have the ability to order them a new shirt on a case by case basis.
Okay.
So this is the minimum they'll get for a year. And then if they bring me in a shirt or call the mayor, department supervisor is just language in there, but because technically the mayor is our supervisor, they can authorize another shirt. So if you put a maximum on it, that's your code, like that's your policy.
But you haven't put a maximum yet.
No.
No,
We're saying that she's saying we don't want to put a maximum
Yeah,
just in
right.
case.
If shirts get ruined just by doing,
Right. You could rip a
Job.
shirt.
Yeah.
Okay, what if they come in and say, well, hey, I want 10 t-shirts?
Well, we've done it.
they have to bring the old one
Well,
in.
but from the start.
Then we just wouldn't approve it.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't approve
Okay,
it.
good.
yeah,
They would have to make a case
But see-
on why they would need that much apparel.
Right.
Mhm.
So looks to me like you haven't set a limit, unless you put like up to, but no more than.
yeah, but we don't know what that upper, I mean, let's say an employee ruins 5 shirts throughout a summer, like if they're doing trees and stuff and they're getting snagged, that,
Yeah.
that's why you don't put the upper limit, but this is the baseline that they start with. Ultimately, like, that person cannot go and just, I wanna order shirts and order shirts, it has to go through the mayor.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's
we are
it.
providing them now. They are not giving me a receipt for reimbursement anymore. We are
But I thought
providing,
we were gonna put a limit on it. You're not putting a limit on the upper limit though.
not
that's-
really, but we're taking back control of it.
Yeah.
So it won't
Yeah.
be in the employee's control anymore.
We'll just have to make sure it's not excessive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually on something like that, I think you always have an upper limit because it said, but no less than.
Mhm.
Okay, but what if they come in, they want 10 t-shirts?
He says no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he's appointing them.
The
Yeah,
mayor
but
can just
it
say
doesn't, it doesn't set an upper limit.
We don't want to set
We
out
don't wanna
limit
set-
because of shirts being ruined throughout the year.
But we're also not saying they can get more though either.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't see that in here.
Well, it says, but no less than fall. It's not saying that they can get more.
it's as determined appropriate by the mayor, city clerk, or department supervisor. So like if they bring me a shirt and it's ripped in half, then I would probably approve that. But if they bring me, 2 months into the year, they bring me all 6 shirts and they're like, they have stains on them, I want all new shirts, I'm gonna be like, absolutely not.
There's no reason that I don't see any reason they would need more than what we're giving them in the.
Yeah,
I mean, they might have to wash them a couple more times throughout the week. You know what I'm saying? But
I don't know, anything like this, I usually, what I've seen before, you always put an upper limit. You don't put a lower limit. No, that's
So what-
my opinion.
What's the upper limit get us, like, as far as like, what is that?
Upper limit,
Yeah.
upper limit is 6 t-shirts, 1 winter jacket, and
the thing I see, the only problem I see, Daryl, by setting an upper limit,
Mhm.
say like we said between 6 and 10 t-shirts, say all of a sudden he says, okay, I want 10 t-shirts. And if we don't have to basically tell them that they're only getting 6, they might, he might say, I want 10 of them.
Well, the problem is if you set an upper limit of 6, 1, 5, whatever, if he ruins one shirt, we're saying you do not get a new shirt the rest of the year. If he gets down to one shirt, he has to wear the same shirt every day.
What's your issue or concern, Daryl? Like, is it that there might be too many, like, the policy might be abused, or like, what's your
That's
concern?
what he's probably concerned about.
yeah, I don't know how you're gonna stop them from going over the.
Well, we can stop them. That's because we've got the control of it.
Yeah.
Because we won't fund it.
Well, it doesn't say that though.
Yeah, it does. It says with the discretion of the,
Determined by the mayor.
yeah.
It's
determined
determined by
appropriate
the
by the
mayor.
mayor.
I think maybe if
Or the
anything,
city.
you just remove the department supervisor, if that isn't, a big
Yes,
issue.
I would just
He might think he's
the
the
mayor.
But I also do like having or determined by, because if there is a shirt ripped in half, I don't think that they have to bring it in, then you have to call them, you come approve this shirt
Yeah.
ripped in half.
I think
Yeah,
if the mayor position here was like a full-time position, it'd be easier to do that, where it's just the
Yeah.
mayor, but since I'm here all the time and,
Yeah,
and it's my job to make sure the
We
funds are.
can
spent
start it
appropriately.
this way and see how it goes the first year, and if it doesn't get
an
abused.
ordinance change.
And that actually calls out like number 4, right? As we can update it administratively as needed.
Yeah.
If changes remain consistent, so.
Yeah, cause
Maybe we can see,
this is just the resolution, which is adopting this policy, but the actual clothing policy, I will still write up. But it just has to include all of this language. So I can add a maximum in there, but then you're bound to that until, and we'll have to go back through this process again to change it, 3 months from now, like maybe this isn't enough shirts and
But what are you gonna do with the price of the shoes?
That's what it
What do
is.
you mean?
But it says no less than. I thought we would have paid more than $150.
It should be no more than,
Well, sure it should.
we're paying up to,
You're paying a dollar amount and you says that, but no less than $150.
Yeah,
What if they,
That-
what
that
if
is
what if they
actually
need more than
the
that?
they have to, cause it's $150 reimbursement. It ain't $150.
right, if they go buy $180 boots, they're gonna pay $30
Yes, out of pocket.
out of pocket.
So basically, we wouldn't pay any less than.
The no less than on the top part of it, Daryl, shouldn't really apply to the boots. You
yeah.
know what
I
I'm
get where
saying?
you're saying no less than.
Yeah.
$150 can get you in trouble too.
What's that?
It says, you will give them no less than $150 for boots.
All right, then I guess let's go back and reword that section and put no more than for the boots.
Okay,
Yeah, maximum.
Somewhere you gotta put a limit in there.
Yeah, just put a maximum of $150 for
okay,
reimbursement for boots.
um,
That's all, you just have to put on that one line, $150 maximum reimbursement for.
so I'm gonna take off department supervisor. And
maybe add a third point there
Yes,
and just say, no more than $150 reimbursement for composite tow booths.
Yeah,
yeah.
up to, but no more than 150.
Yeah.
Thanks, you don't have to spend the 150, but
You know, I don't know if it's gonna be an issue, but, you know, you might as well nip it ahead of time.
Yeah. I think I mean, it does allow to put trust into the mayor and the clerk to say no. So
It's only 2 letters.
I'm good at saying it.
it's true.
I have 4 kids. Okay, okay, so I'm gonna add a third line, $150 maximum reimbursement for composite tow booths. And then at the top, I'm gonna remove department supervisor and put, what do you want me to put for instead of,
Just have city clerk and mayor.
Mayor or city clerk.
Yeah.
okay, but no less than the following, and we're leaving that the same.
Yeah.
And then taking out, putting the
Because
booth on
that
the
gives a
third tab.
standard as soon as they're
Yeah.
hired, what we are providing.
Okay,
And then every year they get that too.
okay, so if I make these changes, are you
Does
okay
it
with?
say annually, I guess? That
I
they-
thought it did.
I think it is Avery. Supposed to be, right?
Mhm. No,
Doesn't say
it actually
anything.
doesn't.
So maybe should add a,
Annually to the end of that sentence.
Okay.
Unless that's part of it.
Authorized to
isn't it?
provide city clothing, uniforms and related apparel annually.
yes.
Okay, so if I make those changes, to not bring this back to the next meeting, after this meeting, you're okay with those changes being on the signed ordinance or resolution 2026?
Yes.
Makes sense.
Okay, yeah, so
So-
when you do your motion, just put that, whoever makes the motion, just put that in
Motion
your
to
motion.
approve resolution 3/2026 with approved, changes.
Second. Mike's got it.
Good, clean.
Okay,
Ready on that one. Do roll call vote. Vermont,
Aye.
Pujol, Stagg,
Aye.
Enoch?
Aye.
and Klein.
Aye.
Okay.
Alright, and approved. Okay, we're on resolution 04-2026 and the credit card policy update.
we've talked about this for a while. It just got put at the bottom of my pile because I, had a lot of learning to do first. But, so this is the new credit card resolution. You guys had already looked at this credit card policy, in a previous meeting, I think in November. So this will be our actual adopted policy and an acknowledgement form for
Mhm.
staff that have credit cards.
I was gonna ask, currently the spending limits, I know we had talked about in the budget meetings around that, is that,
That's a separate resolution.
got it, okay,
And that's for not just credit cards, it's for
okay.
any purchase. We have a spending limit, I believe it's $500.
So is it, the resolution isn't changing anything with spending limits?
No.
Right, and that's all defined currently?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, it's all
For-
defined in,
For credit cards?
yes, and
Okay.
it says, single transaction limits may be imposed based on job duties.
Yeah.
So our single transaction limit is $500.
Right, that's what I thought, okay,
Yep.
so that's, okay. And that's credit card or what?
That's
like
any purchase,
Okay,
yep.
got it.
Motion to approve resolution 4/2026.
Second.
Roll call vote, Enoch,
Aye.
Stagg,
Aye.
Ornemont,
Aye.
Klein.
Aye.
And Pujol. All right. Moving on to resolution 05-2026, approval of the change order. Number 1 for the 2026 sanitary sewer lining in Region 5.
And Melissa
Yeah.
is here, if you have
Hi.
any questions.
Welcome, thanks for being here.
This is the first change order that we discussed when we approved the project. We were removing the spot repair. And that gave us the ability to line another sewer line. Basically getting more done, but for cheaper. So we actually are meeting the budget that the city set. We're getting that other line, so. Kevin has the colored copy, so I can get you, we got the signed sheet from Sharon earlier today, so I'll get back to you. But if there are any questions?
Motion to approve resolution 2026.
I'll second.
All right. We'll call vote. Stagg,
Aye.
Klein,
Aye.
Enoch,
Aye.
Pujol.
Aye.
Mormont.
Okay. Moving right along.
Is that for, with HR Green?
No, they haven't.
Okay,
done
I
that.
was gonna say, I thought I saw another one. Put them at the end of the agenda.
Yeah, I had to amend the
Trying to get rid of
agenda.
us?
Yeah.
We just wanted you to hang out all the time.
Yeah, we like the company. Okay, so, moving on to the next agenda item, is a resident communication regarding, snow removal and road conditions would have been was it last week, Friday?
A week and 3 days ago.
A week and 3 days
10
ago,
days
Friday,
ago.
yeah, 10 days, where there was an overnight, snow event with packs. There was the roads were slick in town, so, there was a, incident with the bus getting, I think stuck or unable to maneuver out of Orchard, maybe. And so then one of our citizens, sent the email, which was in the packet, to us, just, expressing her concerns, about that incident and the road conditions. So I believe they sent that to the school as well. I don't think I didn't receive any other, like complaints or anything else, formally or informally, but, we did want to make sure everybody had that. Couple things, regarding that, we're working on getting a process, SOP in place for, snow removal and contingency. That's gonna actually be part of an overarching plan as we move forward with Public Works, is like reviewing our processes and then looking to what we can do to like formalize some of those key processes, as we continue forward. Don't have a timeline on that yet, just, something we're starting to explore. So that is part of that concern and addressing that. And then I believe there was a printout to everybody that Justin, our public works superintendent, put together and actually sent to the resident as a follow-up. So I don't know if I want to discuss it, if there's anything outside of what's
Did we get a
printed.
copy from Justin?
Yeah, I put it on,
Yeah.
you should have had it on there. I don't know if it got stuck with someone else's. I'll make you a copy.
Okay. What do we,
But I think,
I don't want to take the time to read it now but what was their previous plan?
so as far as like, removal and address like contingency plan, or I guess what?
Well, we've had snow before and we always had we've never had this problem before that I'm aware of.
Right, agreed. So the plan was, that a backup would be called in, right? And I believe we have 2 to 3 backups. Justin did share that he had started, reaching out to them at like 4 o'clock in the morning, to get that secured because he was ill. With the flu, and then he'd had the flu and been out that whole week. Believe once he was unable to get confirmation on that, to get extra people, then, he was waiting for callbacks from a couple additional, contractors or a couple additional resources. And then I don't know if he contacted you or if you just reached out to SK.
I reached out to
But Mallory reached out to SK and they were able to get someone in within, I think, the hour or so. So I think we had people out.
Yeah.
Between right around 7:30,
Yeah,
to start remediating.
I was up at like, my daughter gets on the bus at 7, so I'm up before that, and her bus didn't come, so that started me trying to figure out where her bus was at, and then she got a message from a friend saying it was stuck on Orchard. And so then all the kids had to walk up to Swisher View Drive to get on the bus because the new bus picking them up couldn't get down there to get them. So then I reached out to Justin and I asked if he had reached out to anyone or if he was coming into to Salt. And he said he wasn't able to get a hold of anyone. So I started calling. I called Ace Lawn Care. They don't have the equipment. And then I called SK, because they're local and they were able to come out. So,
Yeah, are they on standby then if we need
yes,
them?
yes.
They're one of the three.
And so I think, so couple things, in talking to Justin, and the ask was like, hey, realize, unexpected things happen when you're dealing with weather, right? When you're dealing with unpredictable road conditions, and important that we're out as quick and safely as we can be, especially on school days, right? But any day is that, we need to have a contingency plan laying out, like, if the person responsible is sick or, right, incapacitated, whatever that looks like, then where's that next area of responsibility fall? And then, who are our go-to, contractors to be able to call in? So, that's what is, I think he laid out in his note, but that's also one of the things that we're working on.
So they go to contact somebody, give them.
And needs to be the night before, right? Like, that's the other, it should be with more advanced notice,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like,
but
and
If
again,
we have somebody that is on standby in case we need them,
right,
okay. Yeah, I understand why you went. They can't get around and it's too late to do that now.
Right.
We should have had it,
so I think it was a learning piece, and, I think if unfortunate on how what happened with the bus and the issues there, but, yeah, we take that and, work to prevent that for the next time.
You might want to, when you work with him with his plan, you might want to have some streets that we know that are hazard streets, like Maple and Orchard both are, I mean, I don't crap if I, just because I live there, but those,
Sure.
no, but those streets are, but that's not the first
No,
time a bus
yeah.
has slid over there.
Right.
I mean, when my kids were going to school, it's happened over there too.
Yeah.
With those little hills or whatever, they can, there's a hill on every one of those three streets.
Yep. Kind of like
I mean, it's not, we don't just worry about Division Street.
Right.
And Main Street.
Does the school have backups for different pickup points in the case of them?
They used to.
They used to have,
That's why they had to walk up to Swisher View.
Yeah.
okay.
They had to walk up, truck up to there to get.
That wasn't very safe either because there was a car
Uh-uh.
that went in the ditch right there on Swisher View and
Mhm.
Third too, so. It was just, and the fire department came out and put salt down at the intersection and pulled the person out of the ditch.
Surprised the buses were even running.
Yeah,
I honestly don't think people realize the roads were,
Well-
the condition, you know what I mean? Just like
I know a lot of people that do a lot of snow and that one jumped up on everybody.
Yeah, yep,
And
It was slick too.
it was not
Mhm.
what they were expecting and then all of a sudden they got, and it was just slick more than anything.
yeah.
As soon as I hit Maple, my truck started going up that hill, started sliding just like that. I mean, it was slick that morning.
So I started braking before your house and I went all the way
Yeah.
to the intersection. about
Did
to hit
you?
the Truck, yeah.
On Swisher View.
No, coming on Third Street. I just started braking. I couldn't stop and the next thing I'm doing, going down the hill.
I did it turning onto Swisher View, like to the post office. My car just kept spinning. I'm like, oh, well, hopefully I don't take out the bridge, I guess.
Take out the one that we want to get repaired.
Yeah.
Yes.
Take that one out. Get a bigger car.
okay,
Alright.
we appreciate it. And we'll keep everybody updated as we, get through the processes and complete that review, so. And we do appreciate, just for the record, I appreciate community members voicing their concerns and reaching out to us, so. In the event that, we can look at things and, learn from it, we'll certainly do that. All right. Looks like last, item on the agenda is resolution 06-2026, acceptance of the Swisher pavement rehabilitation project from 2025.
Motion to approve resolution 06-2026.
I just want to make a quick note, Tim did not note on here that with this, we recommend also the final payment and release research.
You want paid too?
Not us, contractor.
Can you send me that? Cause I think I need to have that in the resolution.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't have anything about payment in here, so I'm gonna have to do a resolution for February 9th for that payment. It's at $500.
yeah, we'll get that to you for the next meeting.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just the release of the final routine.
Okay,
Wait a second.
nobody second yet.
Second.
Do a roll call vote. Excuse me, Pujol.
Aye.
Stagg.
Aye.
Klein.
Aye.
Enoch.
Aye.
And Warnemont.
Aye.
All right. I think that wraps us up.
Motion.
Our agenda. We'll get a motion to adjourn. Yeah,
Second.
Brian, yeah. All right.
Who's first and second?
Oh, Brian was first.
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
7:06.
7:06.